All right, are we recording? Yes, we are. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Ask Mark Anything. Have a very good question. I did touch on this actually in a previous educational video, if I'm not mistaken, but I want to elaborate on the question and be even more specific, because I think that this will be helpful for many people that kind of are asking the same question. They're, kind of touching on the same points. So, and I also want to thank one of our students actually for bringing it up. Garrett, this is the same question that you asked me the other day. I think that it's a very valid question. If you're considering trading full time and doing this as a career, this is something that you definitely need to be aware of as far as where you want to go financially. So we're going to get into it. So the question is this, and those of you that might be new to my videos and to my content, my name is Mark Fuller. This is TeamAlliance. We trade in the markets. We use the NADEX platform specifically to trade 5-minute binary options. That's the instrument that we like to trade. We train people to trade those particular instruments on the basis of understanding the underlying market that the instrument is traded on. So just to give some clarity to what it is that we actually do. All right. So the question is, what's a good goal to strive for on NADEX when starting with $100? By now, you guys should kind of, be familiar with the fact that we recommend t-shirt. It's a little uncomfortable a little bit. There it is. That's a little better. We recommend starting when you go live with $100 as far as the amount of capital to begin with. Now on NADEX, the minimum to open an account is $250. When you come into training with us, we recommend that you use 100 of that. By the time you go live, you should already be familiar with the process that we use to validate and disqualify our trades, aka our parameters, and you should be very well acquainted with the study that we do before we actually apply the parameters in the market and begin to wait for trades. The study of the behavior of the market is something that you're going to learn from us. And it's the beginning of the process. Okay, you got to understand how the market moves before you trade. Otherwise, you are setting yourself up to lose. And I'm not saying that, jokingly. Like, you literally will lose trades if you don't understand the market. So it's the first thing that we're going to teach you when you train with us. But anyway, so a good goal to strive for when you start with $100. First of all, if you begin with $100 in your live account, when you're ready to go live, you should already in your demo be winning consistently. Okay? You shouldn't go live if you're not consistently winning already. And on top of that, you should not go live if your habits are not what they need to be in order for you to be a consistent winner in the market. Okay? So when we begin with the $100 of capital in our account, when we first start out, like right now, I'm running a challenge. Every challenge that we starts with $100, every one of them. When you start with that amount of capital, it requires that you have already cultivated and developed your skill level. You don't need to be trading yet live if you don't have the skill that's required for you to win consistently. A large part of that has to do with patience and discipline. And I know I'm not really hitting on the subject of this question yet, but I'm getting there. Just bear with me. In order for you to have an actual goal, you got to know where can you take $100 in the first place? Like where can you really take that with skill? And are you in position yet with the skill in order to actually execute and achieve your goal? That's really the first part of answering this question, because you got to have the skill first. You can't just throw $100 in an account and say, oh, well, I want to make $50,000. In order for you to be consistent in the market and win, your skill level has to be where it needs to be, period. And again, a large part of that is your patience and discipline. Patience to wait for the market to present opportunity, and wait for the market behavior to be what it needs to be in order for us to take our trades with confidence, period. If you don't have that patience and you're just impatient, you're jumping around, you're deviating away from what you're being taught, you're not ready, and your plan ain't gonna work. I don't care if you want to take 100 to 1,000. You can't even get to 1,000 yet. How you going? You understand what I mean? So a realistic goal, let's get into that. Realistic goal. Let's say that we spread out everything over time. Okay. First of all, how much time should we give ourselves when we're looking to achieve our goal? And let's say that a good starting goal is 10,000. Should I do that? Let me not even do. Let's redirect it a little bit. Let's say that you want to get to the point where you're earning off of your account size, say $100 a day. Let's start there. $100 a day on average, 5 days a week. So you're looking to take a trade every day. And out of the 6-week period, you only look to trade on 5 of those days. So you want to get to the point where you can earn $100 a day. And let me actually just break that down for you, because we're going to be somewhat specific in this video so that we can, actually have realistic goals that we are going to strive for. So $100, let me break that down. I'd say about seven contracts you would need to be at. Yeah, about 7 contracts to make $100 a day. Okay, so 7 contracts. Realistically, based on the way that we do money management, the way that I have spreadsheets and everything laid out, I would say that you need an account size of about $3,000 to be in position to earn $100 a day, assuming that you're taking 1 trade a day. Okay. This is a realistic goal. This is realistic, kind of small, very achievable, something that everyone can literally do if they just remain consistent. Don't set huge goals if you can't accomplish a small goal like this. Take 100 to 3,000. Can you do that? That's the question. Can you develop your skill to the point where you can actually take a $100 account to a $3,000 account through consistent winning, patience, discipline, and time? Can you do that? Let's assume that, yes, you can do that. Okay. So let's put that into perspective. Let's say that takes you, let's say 18 weeks. And how long is 18 weeks? 18 weeks is about, break that down in about about 4.5 months. Okay. Now I'm giving you something very realistic and very achievable. And I'm actually dumbing it down a little bit. So, this is actually accounting for if you're not exactly taking one trade every day. Maybe there's a day in between where you don't take a trade, whatever the case may be. Maybe the market is not, doing what you feel comfortable with as far as its behavior, and you choose not to trade that day. Whatever the case may be. Takes you 18 weeks. Okay? $100, 3,000, boom. You at a $3,000 account now. Now, at a $3,000 account size, you can have your contract size at about 7 contracts, and 7 contracts will produce about $100 a day. That's a realistic goal. Okay? Very realistic. So begin from there, and then you can kind of, in your mind, work out where you actually want to be, because that is something that every one of you can and will achieve if you train with us and give yourself the time that you need to develop the skill. One of the major problems that people run into is themselves. Your biggest problem is going to be you, because you don't have patience. Your biggest problem is going to be literally developing your patience, getting rid of your impatience. That is going to be the biggest obstacle in your way, is your impatience. Because everybody always wants everything yesterday. They want it, I want it now. I need to make money now. Well, why do you deserve to make money now if you're not even training to acquire the skill in order to make the money in the first place? Why? Nobody owes you nothing. No one owes you anything. Just because you want to make X amount of dollars, you're supposed to automatically make it? Nah, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like, you gotta earn it, bro. You gotta earn it, man. How you gonna earn it if you don't train to get the skill? Like, it's not logical. This ain't rocket science. Like, we're not here trying to do brain surgery. We're literally learning a skill that any one of us can learn, but you have to commit your time, and you have to develop the patience that you need. You have to develop the discipline that you need to not do anything else other than what you're trained to do. You got to do it, man. So anyway, I really hope that was a good answer. It is a good answer, because it's a very realistic answer. Very realistic answer. Very achievable answer. 18 weeks, 4.5 months. Think about it. 4.5 months, that's 1/3 of the year. So you're telling me in 1/3 of the year, by acquiring this skill, sticking to the framework that I'm being taught, right? Learning how to just be patient and not rush and jump into the market, but allowing the market to actually come to me through my training and through my discipline and patience, the patience to wait for the market, and the discipline to not do anything else. The discipline to not jump into a trade just because I got anxious. Discipline. Oh, well, I saw it and I took it because, I saw another opportunity. No, we don't need another opportunity. One trade a day. Your plan is one trade a day. If you got one trade in a day, you stop. That's it. It's over. There might be days where you don't take a trade at all. So what? The market ain't going nowhere. All right, so it don't take you 18 weeks. It take you 25 weeks. 25 weeks? So what? That's about 6 months. Who cares? You understand my point? The point is that you get to the goal. So whatever your goal is, you need a plan that you can actually apply and execute every single day. Rinse and repeat over and over and over again every single day. Nothing else. Same plan, same execution. Patience and discipline is what's needed. That's what you learn how to develop when you train with us. So anyway, I hope that this content is good for those of you out there looking to train with us and really acquire market skill, you know, learn how to engage and interact with the market and not lose your money and not become emotional, not develop the, you know, the wrong habits that lead to you losing money. Stay away from all that, man. Just, you know, we got the format, we got the blueprint for it all. That's it. So if you guys want to get into training, reach out to me. Another Ask Mark Anything edition. All of the links will be underneath this video if you're looking at this on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, just send me a friend request. Connect with me that way. You know, we'll take it from there. And that pretty much covers it. We're on Instagram. I'm not hard to find. Twitter, Google Plus, of course, YouTube and Facebook. So just reach out. All right. And if you got a Ask Mark Anything question, just post it as a reply on the video or just send it to me. You know, just get it to me and I'll do a video for you to address it and to answer your question in detail. All right. Mark Fuller, TeamAlliance. You guys take care. Hope you enjoyed the content. Peace.